a but then take us in. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God it in his heart he found forgiveness for me. It was nothing personal, it was just business for me. When I got on, I paid him back and told him it was ugly. I'd rather ask forgiveness like 100 times than be asking for permission in a beggar's line. Cause of who I be and check out how I tend to mine. I got a partner who don't eat no pork at dinner time, but let you act like you gon' ever hurt or injure mine. He have your woman, and that's by dinner time. I keep my eyes on glory till the devil get behind. Now bear in mind the devil made me offers I decline. We not aligned, not combined, I am not confined to any wicked system that these demons have designed. They frame a mind and have you salty as a bacon rind. I'm trying to mastermind how to help out humankind. I'm open mind, but I do not walk with none aligned. My state of mind is to keep a peace of mind.
We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Bill Stadium in Orchard Park, New York.
The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the New England Patriots. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now Jones. Buying time to his left. And right away he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
What? And I stepped out of bounds.
He is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. And how about the big boy showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in.
And he'll get in.
That's whole shit. Fuck, that's whole shit, bro.
Josh Allen with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's no way in the hell this man is nowhere near me. How the hell you somebody sacking me?
That guy was covered, so that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And all the way down to the the 26. A big play there for New England.
Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor it. He shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and 4.
Off play action. Jones flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. A beautiful fake. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd and 6 from the 10.
They hand this off to Harris, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
now
I'm on the game, that's why.
3rd and 7 is that one officially a loss of 1. Looking to throw. Jones. There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up.
Oh, 7-7. Supposed to be 7 zip right now, but I fucked up.
Score here in this opening quarter of play.
I went. Now I fucking fumbled fucking running on the sideline instead of going out of bounds. I tried to cut in and he stripped me.
Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Singletary. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Hunter Nicewander on to punt now on 4th down.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Now they come into this one with an 0-8 record. The playoffs obviously out the window weeks ago. For now, their season boils down really to one question. How do we come up with that first win?
It's a great question, and I do think that they'll get it because they've been close a few times. But in order to get it done, morale has to stay high, so a lot of that goes on the coaching staff. Yeah, easy to coach when you're 7-1. That's a piece of cake. But with their record right now, how do they manage to keep these guys going in the right direction? And they're going to need some help from some of those veterans in the locker room as well. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 38, Jones. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Back to throw. Jones. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers were running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that.
I've been trying to get right, bro. This has been fucking me up. Somebody going to eventually. I'm 0-8 right now. I can't get right, bro, because I've been throwing picks. But I said, you know what? I'm going to settle my game down.
It's 1st and 10. Going to run the toss here to Harris. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jones, catch is made by Herring. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones eluding the pressure right.
I haven't trusted him to stop and pop.
8-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that, but in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Go, JC.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements. But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Here's Jones throwing on for.
Come on, let the fucking ball go. He broke through that shit swiftly, too.
Matt Milano. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
We supposed to let that go.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Jones. It's caught. Smith. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
New England on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Off the play fake. Jones. He's going to take a shot.
Come on, Tobin.
And it'll be intercepted.
Overthrew that shit, bro.
And the Bills are going to take possession here.
Fucking overthrew that shit.
And they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see.
Overthrow, you see it, right?
I can hear my old college coach
that shit is in the pocket, too. Wide open.
The team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
I have to.
That's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Looking downfield.
Good hit, JC.
He's got his
Good hit, JC. Salud.
On play action, Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like
what?
Right at the
Come
50.
on, because I pushed him?
A little too much extracurricular there.
You see that bullshit? Because I pushed him.
Tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional.
God, they try to get this nigga the game right now.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. Look at a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On second down, Singletary, and they'll get him down right around the 16. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force.
I don't even know what the penalty was, but that shit is gay, bro.
Right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
Singletary here running out of the gun.
You gave that nigga that touchdown, bro. Just gave that man that touchdown, bro. Nowhere in the hell, bro. 3 times in the 3 flags on that play. Get out of here.
And the Bills have retaken the lead. Extra point by
Can't believe that shit, boy.
And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. And it's incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That shit hurt, bro.
That's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, and the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's a little bit more,
Patriots
boy.
send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The kick by Bass is good. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. This a quick pass to Davis. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the counter,
Come
this
on.
is Singletary.
You cannot break through that tackle and no make the fucking tackle.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker.
Again, bro.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 68 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Damn, right up the fucking middle. Like, he's not even making the tackle
now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 1st down, Singletary. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down now, Singletary. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On play action, Allen. Dancing to his left. 1st down and more for Allen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
On 3rd down, he obviously wants to throw the football, but there's nowhere to go with it, so he takes off and goes. And now as he gets to the 1st down marker, he blows right past it and picks up big yardage. Partner, that's a great bit of improvisation.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a
Damn, it's so crazy, bro.
Zach Moss, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
I ain't been running the ball, that's why.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones.
Oh!
Complete. Henry with the grab. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They run for it with Harris. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete there to Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off play action. Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Jones. Flush to his right. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Kendrick Bourne, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Pats have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And
touchdown.
now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed in a tight game like this.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, they gonna do me like that now?
Look at it.
Shit. I ain't did nothing wrong to nobody.
So they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the
you know you
video
want to run the
review,
ball.
so they had it
I had
right.
to come out conservative.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They'll run on 1st down.
Singletary.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To throw, it's Allen. Quick hit, complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great. And defensively, a backbreaker. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
3 penalties to help him score. Then this man just
that's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up.
Come on, you gotta be kidding me, bro.
We got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick out.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills might be moving closer to an elusive 2nd win of the year as they extend that 4th quarter lead. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
That part, the game ain't even over, killer. It ain't over. I got time. I just got to score.
After the touchdown pass to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The Pats at the line, ready to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good. This is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jordan Poyer, and he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return
wide
for
open, the
touchdown.
killer Henry.
Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. To be frank, you really have to feel for it. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big.
I'm drilling the fucking ball, bro.
He dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I'm set, my feet set. I'm drilling it.
The frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Look.
Out of
he's by himself.
So far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10.
See that shit, right?
That brings up the big question.
You see that shit was crazy.
Play coverage on this down.
Looking here for Smith downfield. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there for the Patriots.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
On 1st down, it's Harris. And they'll get this just to the 47.
Came off his block and grabbed me.
Gain.
That should be just
absolutely love the
fucking
effort
shit.
there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2nd and 9.
Yeah, I think that's what that bullshit be though, Killer. You gotta hit that high, low pass shit. I think that should take the fun out the game. Look, I'm throwing the ball now. Oh shit.
Desperation throw deep downfield. Yeah, he drops it incomplete.
No, you didn't see me spin off that nigga right there?
Yeah, boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Mo, give me a cigarette real quick.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. They'll run on 1st down with Moss.
Look, I'm grabbing the nigga the pass. This nigga just pushing. Get off me,
Didn't
nigga.
get a ton from it. Stop short of the 35.
I can't win for
Up to
losing
make
in
the
this shit.
tackle,
Shit
J.C.
hurt.
Jackson. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together.